It's a beautiful sunny day with clear skies and clouds scattered throughout the area in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. On this sunny afternoon, North Shore 2 is seen rolling eastbound into downtown Selinsgrove and past the campus of Susquehanna University. Switcher number 2238 is leading cab forward on the return trip back to Northumberland. This is one of North Shore's former Norfolk Southern switchers, which was used in many of their yards, such as Enola and Altoona. The train is hauling 3 covered hoppers on the return from the Kramer feed mill in Kramer, Pennsylvania. Later in the day, I got word that the FRA Inspection train was making a run down the Buffalo line. It started off the previous day on the Western New York and Pennsylvania Railroad, running from Olean, New York to Driftwood, Pennsylvania. Norfolk Southern GP 38-2 number 5606 ran northbound to Driftwood from Harrisburg as 93G. It picked up the FRA train at Driftwood and is making the run south for Harrisburg. We watch as the train rolls through the fair's siding between Milton and Watsontown, where it'll stop at the golf course located by CP South Fair for a crew change. While 93G was getting its crew change at South Fair, we headed to our next spot at milepost 250 just south of Milton in the town of Monadon. Coming southbound off the Union County Industrial Railroad is North Shore 1 with switcher number 1946 and a solid cut of cars from the Union County Industrial heading back to Northumberland Yard.
Norfolk Southern milepost 247.4. No defects.
With the crew change still taking place up at CP South there, another train entered the picture coming south from Lock Haven. This would be Norfolk Southern train H57, the Monday through Friday local which runs down to Northumberland 3 times a week. Former Conrail SD40-2 number 3364, which I haven't shot in over 4 years, is seen leading H57 southbound past milepost 250. After H57 cleared by view, 93G's new crew was on board and ready to continue the journey south to CPY, just north of the state capital of Harrisburg. GP38-2 number 5606 is seen blasting through Monadon as it heads into the setting sun. It's now Thursday, August 28th, and we find ourselves set up at CP South Linden on the Norfolk Southern Buffalo line. This is the junction where another connection can be made with the Lycoming Valley Railroad. On this beautiful sunny afternoon, H57 is making its way south down the Buffalo line to Northumberland. Normally on this day, the train operates northbound out of Lock Haven toward Keating and Driftwood. However, the geometry train is taking up that track authority, and NS does have cars to take down to Northumberland that they would be doing tomorrow, but instead they took them down today. We watch as NS 3364 and NS 6400 bring a 19-car train down the Buffalo line for Northumberland. In South Williamsport, H57 passes by the automatic signal and the defect detector at BR 217.5 as it continues to roll southbound at 25 miles per hour.
Norfolk Southern milepost 217.5. No defects. H57 Muncie Mainland South, clear out.
On the other side of the west branch of the Susquehanna River from Muncie, Pennsylvania, is Control Point Muncie on the Buffalo Line. This is the other connection on the Buffalo Line where Norfolk Southern meets the Lycoming Valley Railroad. This is where H45 picks up the outbounds off the Lycoming Valley Railroad to bring back to Northumberland. After hearing H57 call out the clear signal at CP Muncie, they continue southbound with Montgomery just down the way. At Watsontown, the train leaves 25 mile per hour territory as it continues southbound, passing by CP Watt. After grabbing dinner in Watsontown, we relocate just north of Dewart to BR 238. The automatic signal is just behind our view, with the spectacular views of farmland and mountains right behind us. H57 is seen returning northbound on its return trip back to Lockhaven. They have work at the landfill on the way back, but they'll have to head into the siding at CP Linden to wait for a southbound coal train. NSSD 40-3 number 6400 is seen leading the train northbound as it heads north toward Montgomery, Muncie, South Willamsport, Linden, and Lockhaven. About a minute or so after H57 passed by the automatic signal at BR 238, it also passed over the defect detector at BR 238.
Norfolk Southern, milepost 238.0, main 1, no defects.
This spectacular scenic vista looks over the mountains that are right before the city of Williamsport. Williamsport is located on the opposite side of the mountain straight ahead in the distance. At BR 238, train H45 is seen heading northbound right behind the H57 with an SD60E and an SD40E hauling a 72-car train. The same thing occurred once again, just like when H57 passed by. Now with H45 in the clear, the defect detector will sound off with no defects at BR 238.0.
Norfolk Southern, milepost 238.0, main 1, no defects.
In the last light of the day, we're set up at the railroad's Northumberland Yard in Northumberland, Pennsylvania. We watch as train H43, the recrewed H53 from Enola to Northumberland, makes their way into Northumberland Yard with a duo of SD40Es and a long train from Enola Yard.